Hi, it's Michelle Birdsong in New York City. Talking to you today about how life begins in the mind. I find words within words, okay? They have double meanings. Ancient truths. MY, my, IND, 8th Avenue, or any other kind of subway train. IND is a subway line. My train of thoughts. The mind is my train of thoughts. Okay? Your eyes dictate attraction. Your attraction dictates desire, the feeling in the heart. Your desire with feelings dictate loving execution, which is unconsciously acting out being a mate with or that person that you're attracted to. A mate decoded. AM for am, AT for at, T, no, E for energy. Am at energy. You are at the energy of the person you're attracted to, and that person is at your energy. Okay? You're imagining, this is the loving execution part of it. You're imagining, visualizing you two as one, which is love. Love, according to the mystic Jesus Christ, Charan Singh, now Gurinder Singh Dhillon. Love is losing your identity. Love is becoming the other person. When you are visualizing you two as one, that means you are the other person. And when the other person is visualizing, you are he. So that means you're one. You're the other person. Okay? Becoming. B-E for be, C-O for co, M-I-N-G for mingling. You are being co-mingling. Okay, co-mingling, two becomes one. Can you see that? Hope so. Okay, so your loving execution dictates conception. Conception is satisfaction. Your satisfaction gifts the world, presents a new creation. A gift is a present also. A new life, a pregnancy. Got that? Pregnancy decoded. P for present, R for her, E for Eve energy, G-N for giving, A for A, C for conscious, Y for I. Read it all together. Present her Eve energy, giving a conscious I, qualified for human birth. IQ. IQ. Okay, when you're qualified for human birth, that means you have an identity. You're an I am a girl, I am a boy, I am my mother's child. See that? So that's what that means. You're qualified for human birth. Human birth is the top of the evolutionary ladder, according to Charan Singh Jesus Christ, a mystic, a great soul, who is now Gurinder Singh Dhillon. Okay, so if you made it to the level of human, you're worthy of the best. The best food, which is breast milk. Then vegetarian food is the best food because it's guiltless food, it's healthy food, no colon cancer. Okay, or little, few get colon cancer, vegetarians. The best parents you're entitled to is a loving, God-loving, married couple. Okay, that's what you're entitled to as a human being. Okay, so even if the couple's not married, there was love that created you. Every person you see was created by love. That means one person became the other person. Say, that's love. So that's humility in that. Okay, my first marriage was Edwin Birdsong, was for love. This is Edwin Birdsong. This is our album cover, What It Is. Okay, so that was for love. And the baby in mind, we created in our minds and hearts, was Sing Birdsong. He was, okay. And he was brought into the physical by physical intercourse with my husband, Edwin Birdsong. Now, the second baby I had been unconsciously conceived in 1967 or 1968 on an American Airlines jet, excuse me, a 727, with me, the stewardess, working the first class section, when flying was classy, by the way, as I was escorting passenger Stevie Wonder to the loo. In 1975, where's Stevie Wonder? There's Stevie Wonder. Okay. In 1975, apparently Edwin and Stevie, though Edwin is a homosexual, I tested him. All you have to do is rub that area between the penis and the anus. And if they go crazy, they're heterosexual. If they feel nothing, they're a homosexual. Okay? I didn't tell them what I was doing beforehand. So as an empath, did you follow me? Let me go back to that. Though Edwin is a heterosexual, he and Steve were doing the do together in California, the spirit of doo-doo. And I, 2,000 miles away, Edwin's wife, an empath, one who picks up on the feelings of their emotionally or physical close to her, people close to her, physically or emotionally, as her own. In other words, I feel other people's feelings and think they're my feelings. So I thought to myself, unawares, that Steve and Edwin were more than just friends, but aware that Edwin had drifted from the family and was spending a lot of time with Stevie. So I thought about spending time with Stevie, about what it would be like to be made love to by Stevie. This activated the new life we had made in 1967 or 68 before I'd met Edwin. See, this was in 1975, okay? When Edwin returned to New York in 1974, 75, we had intercourse, which started gestation some months later. The baby I'd made in my mind with Stevie Wonder came through into the physical world and a physical body. Her name is Robin Michelle Birdsong. I'll show you a picture of her. In the center, there she is, with Steve on both sides of her. Look at that nose. Their noses are identical, and so are their mouths. I didn't even know she was Steve's baby till recently. Edwin, because I didn't know this happened, I didn't realize you made the baby in your mind. Edwin was a proximity father. Proximity, P. R for her, O for order, X for unknown, I for pleasure, M for man, Stevie Wonder DNA, P for pleasure. TY for tie. Okay, I'll read it all together. Proximity. Her order. Unknown pleasure man. Stevie Wonder's DNA. Pleasure tie. Okay, so the pleasure tie was love. Even though it was brief, it was still love. And love is what creates a baby. In the mind first. So Stevie Wonder is Robert Michelle Birdsong's biological father. David Bayer said, the author of Mind Hack said, everything that is psychological is simultaneously biological. My second marriage was strictly for medical and practical reasons. My new acquaintance, Michael John Spear, had issues, low self-esteem. Here he is here. He has such low self-esteem, he won't even sit beside me head to head. He's sitting below me, you see? I try to get him to sit beside me. At that point, we had been married many years. Okay, he was a homosexual on the same path as me, but had broken the vows of the path, which was no mind-altering drugs. He was a pothead. He wanted to have sex with me outside of wedlock, but I refused. He asked me to marry him 2 weeks after we met. My first husband, Edwin Birdsong, asked me to marry. No, he told me he was going to marry me 10 minutes after we met. And not that he was going to marry after we met. That's not what I was not in agreement with. But he was over the top persistent, even writing a song about me. I Love You, Michelle, Yeah, Baby, which is a name of a YouTube video where the song is played. And he recorded it on the second album, Supernatural. And he even arranged, when he was courting me, to have me and my 6-year-old niece, Vanita Long, be on an album cover of his friend, Roy Ayers, called Stone Soul Picnic. This is me. This is Edwin. Roy Ayers, Stone Soul Picnic. And this is Roy Ayers. That's little Roy. And that's my niece, Vanita Long. Okay, so you meet a guy and these things happen. You know, your head just goes, wow, what's with him? Is he God? Okay, so, where am I? Here it is, Roy Ayers, so Picnic. Anyhow, my second marriage took place 3 weeks after Michael John Spear and I met. The Freud in me of Vienna, Austria, wanted to understand, Hitler was from Austria, wanted to understand how someone could covet the power of Hitler. Michael did. He said he didn't covet Hitler, he just coveted his power to mesmerize. And Michael had been a hypnotist, but being on the path, he wasn't allowed to be a hypnotist, which pissed him off. So I believed with the therapy I'd created with the guidance of Jesus Christ, God, Charan Singh, now Gurinder Singh, called Working Through Feelings, now called Talk and Share. So I believe with that I could guide him, and with meditation. My abortion brother, I didn't know he had been the abortion of my mother at the time. I found that out later, many years later, 40 years later. So thought I could guide him back to being a loving, happy man, which I presumed we all were happy, loving men and women in the beginning, not realizing our subconscious programming began halfway through the mother's pregnancy. What the mother experiences, the unborn baby, or in my case, babies. This is me. These are my babies in the womb here. The Father is the Father, the Son, Star God, and Jesus Christ, the Son of the Son. Okay, so, okay. So, in my case, babies, I'm pregnant with babies, experiences. So what the mother experiences, the unborn baby experiences, synchronicity. I had been Dr. Carl Jung's wife, who Dr. Carl Jung coined the phrase synchronicity. I had been Emma Jung. Dr. Carl Jung is now Jordan B. Peterson, St. Peter's son. Now, one night, my husband, my patient, Michael John Spear, I'll show this picture. There he is. This is a video, Bedroom Diaries. Eminem discussed Mike and Mike's dream, I think that is. So he said to me, let's make a baby. I said, all right. We were married. Not that month, but the next month, my period didn't come on. The baby I had created in 1970, this was 1982, was ready to undergo gestation and afterwards be born as a human being into the physical world, where humans are being the dominant species. The baby, Melanie Lynn Spear, that's her, had been conceived with the DNA of classical music conductor, protege of Leonard Bernstein. Leonard Bernstein is now Sheila Manton art director here at St. Francis of Assisi Residence 3 in Chelsea, Manhattan, New York. Melanie Lynn's biological father's name is Maestro, Dr. Isaiah Allen Jackson. He has been the prophet Isaiah, who was born 700 years before the Messiah, Jesus Christ, now Gurinder Singh Dhillon, yet prophesied Jesus Christ's coming. Melanie Lynn was born 13 years after she'd been conceived in her parents' mental genitals. Her proximate father was Michael John Spear, Krishna, Lord Krishna. The babies in my womb, which I showed you a picture of already, now were conceived in April 2018 in Fayetteville, North Carolina. With my husband and brother Jesus Christ Gurinder Singh, the Buddha, and with my father, the Son, the Star, God. The approximate father is my father, the Son, the Star, God. The twins are due on my mother on November 4th, in less than a week on my mother's birthday, now Jandara Michelle Ranziger. Once a projection of Baba Jamal Singh, Gurinder Singh Dhillon. These are the latest, newest spiritually scientific findings available. I hope you appreciate Jesus Christ Gurinder Singh for guiding these astounding truths into the public's block of information. Thank you for listening and watching. Eve, Mother of the Earth, Daughter of the Sun, God, the Star. Okay? So long.